morning. You've reached Healthy Nevada, coming to you from the Beasley Broadcast Studios, live. Today, Jim Godwin and Tina Drago are going to discuss teen pregnancy. Jim? You want the dun,
Yes,
dun,
Tina.
You want the dun 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 dun. Nobody wants to hear about teen pregnancy.
No, they don't. But we have a cool program that's getting started in Nevada with the Nevada Primary Care Association is partnering with the Office of Adolescent Health and a bunch of community health centers across the state to implement this capacity-building assistance program, fancy words of a evidence-based teen pregnancy prevention program. And we're putting it in 2 urban counties and 5 rural counties to help prevent teen pregnancies. It's a pretty crazy issue when you actually look at the statistics.
Well, rattle some off for me. Tell me about this. Teen pregnancy is crazy, but wasn't it crazy years ago too?
It was, and it's actually gone down. Right now, teen pregnancy rate for Nevada ranks 44 out of 50 states. That's with 1 being the best and 50 the worst. Oh,
so we are quite prolific, aren't we?
Yes, we are. The kids are not. They're using up their free time, is what they're doing.
So I'm sitting here going, well, we know what teen pregnancy is, and we know how teen pregnancy happens, but really, any new information come out?
Well, what we're doing with this program is it helps educate adolescent girls about decision making and contraception and STIs, sexually transmitted infections. And it's a whole bunch of these videos. It's called 17 Days is the interactive film. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure, but digitally. And there's an iPad app and an iPhone app. And it presents scenarios that happen to adolescents, and it kind of lets people lets the viewers imagine how they would respond in the hypothetical situations using this thing called cognitive rehearsal. And as I said, it's an evidence-based program and an evidence-based interactive film. So the government is...
Is it role-playing?
Yeah, it's very similar to role-playing. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a better idea of how you would react in that situation, as opposed to just throwing a bunch of information at the person. It allows them to interact through the iPad or tablet or iPhone or smartphone. I'm not getting paid from Apple to say iPhone and iPad. But it allows them to kind of place themselves in the situation, and it's done digitally, which obviously speaks to pretty much the entire world almost, as all digitally connected. So it really gives the kids something to work with. And the hypothetical situations.
So have you done
it? Even though it's impossible to know how you would react in that situation, but it gives you a little bit of a better idea.
Have you done it?
Of what to do. Have I? Yes, I have watched the whole 17 days.
Have you gone through the role playing and the scenarios?
Yes, I have.
And were they things that you tried on girls when you were a teenager?
I cannot comment on that. I can comment after watching all of the 17 Days videos. I didn't listen to Katy Perry for some reason recently. I can't stop listening to Katy Perry.
Oh, really?
I'm putting myself in the mindset of an adolescent girl, apparently.
But does it have role playing for boys too? I mean, it takes 2 to tango here.
It does. And the programs that were the beginning of the implementation is just starting with focusing on teaching the community health centers how to focus on the adolescent girls, because there's more methods
for them
to prevent the pregnancy. Unfortunately, for the woman to take it the female to take it into her own hands. But we'll be implementing further along as we get going and get the program set up. We'll start implementing programs for male adolescents as well.
Okay.
It's a big step getting it started and working with the community health centers, and then the Office of Adolescent Health. Everything has to go through a huge amount of rigmarole for everything to be approved by the government to be taught, and so there's no lawsuits, and for parents to be okay with it. And it also has to be what's the word I'm looking for? This is the part that will be edited out. It also targets it to any lesbian or gay, transgender kids as well, because sometimes there is a kids with different sexualities getting pregnant on, experimenting or whatever. So it has to be.
I think that's important for parents to understand. Parents, this is to you. I'm talking directly to you. If your child has come out and you think, well, the upside is that I don't have to worry about pregnancy. You're wrong, because they're still experimenting, they're still questioning, they're human. So don't ever think that because your child has come out that takes that off the table.
I second and third, parents listening, everything Tina just said. And when I first heard about that, I thought it was a load of hooey. And I was like, that is so silly. Why are you targeting it? Why does it have to be targeted to them? And then I looked at the numbers, and it actually happens quite a lot.
Yes, because they think they're pregnancy-proof too.
Yeah, well, and just being an adolescent is complicated and confusing enough, and then just you throw in that factor, and I was a horrible, awkward mess through that time period.
Well, exactly. And when you're a teen and you're thinking, am I, aren't I, am I, aren't I? And then you think, well, the definitive thing will be if I have sex with somebody, then I'm not. Or if I have sex with somebody, then I'll know for sure if I am. And that's what goes through an adolescent's head.
Exactly.
It's not rocket science here, people. They're not that complicated, but it's true. And those conversations should be had with the youth as well. With the children of the LGBT community as well. And I'm glad it takes into consideration that. Exactly,
and like 52% of all Nevada pregnancies are unintended, and which is it's a pretty big number, a little bit over half. But
how much? 52.
The amount of money that costs.
52%.
52% are unintended pregnancies.
Is that adults too?
In the state of Nevada. Yes, that's all pregnancies.
Yowza.
Yeah, and for instance, between 1991 and 2010, there were 73,470 births, 2 teens, and that cost the taxpayers of Nevada an estimated $1.5 billion.
Say those statistics again. That's worth repeating.
1991 to 2010, there were 73,470 births, 2 teens in the state of Nevada. And those births cost the taxpayers an estimated $1.5 billion.
Now, I have to say that us as Nevadans, we really, we have a very strong, even though it's Sin City, Sin State, whatever, we have a very strong religious foundation in the state that has hindered some of the education. So like the Clark County School District really has no on-campus prevention promotions or education for the kids. It's abstinence, 100%. And I'm not saying boo to Clark County School District. It's the culture that's here. What I'm saying is that maybe we should really listening to these statistics and costs. And I'm sure these 73,000 births were pretty well correlated with 73,000 kids that didn't graduate.
Yes, I don't have the exact numbers for that, but there is a very blaring correlation between those two.
And that's important to take into consideration because, babies are baggage and kids don't finish their education. They find a difficult time getting employed. They have a later start in life. The children suffer. I mean, the ripple effects. When you have... Go on.
Oh, no, you go on, Tina.
I was going to say, when you have somebody that is a child raising a child, and we can't assume that they have a family infrastructure to where mom, dad, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, grandma, and grandpa are going to step in and help. You can't assume that. And so you you look at children raising children, and that's where we have a lot of problems. That's where neglect comes into play because they just don't know.
Exactly. Well, I'm a 40-year-old man with a college education and a full-time job, and I have an 18-month-old baby.
How's that
work? I'm exhausted. I can't even watch baseball. It's ridiculous.
Oh, my God, you can't even watch baseball.
It's really hard to squeeze it in. I know. I do my best, though. I do my best.
Anybody out there with kids knows children need to be a priority, and children are all-inclusive. I mean, you can't part-time them.
No, you cannot. It is a full-time job. And what you were saying earlier, that's one of the reasons it takes so long and there's so much work to get these kind of programs implemented in the state is because you have to make sure everything is kosher for everybody so no one has any issues with it. So that's part of the reason it's quite an involved process that's pretty dizzying. to get these programs in place.
I would think so. So I don't know if I told you this or not, Jim, but as of yesterday, we got a letter from the Huntridge Teen Clinic. And the Huntridge Teen Clinic is located in downtown Las Vegas, and they've been around for about 22 years, specifically focused on at-risk teens. And an at-risk teen could be a teen that lives in the suburbs that, needs medical or dental care and their parents can't afford it, or somebody who falls through the foster care cracks, somebody who's on their own on the streets, homeless, maybe at risk for sex trafficking. And so we are actually, by July 1st, we will be managing and absorbing the Huntridge Teen Clinic. That's a heritage organization that's been around in Las Vegas for 20 years, specifically to handle at-risk adolescents. And so this program didn't come through soon enough. I mean, this is perfect timing for us. And I look forward to really implementing this program. We are also going to be the new Valley High School clinic-based school.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And
I would like to take a moment to say something to our listeners. This is one of the reasons it's such a joy to know Tina Drago and get to talk with her, because not only is she a charming, affable person, but she's making Nevada a better place to live. And that's just enjoyable. So just through my
I'm blushing.
knowing you and interacting with you, it's almost as though I am making the state a better place by proxy. So
you are. And just so you know,
it's very nice.
Now tell them I did not pay you to make that statement.
No, she did not, ladies and gentlemen.
So
I'm not getting money from Tina or Apple.
or Apple. So I really think these programs are much needed, because in order for us to be effective in the high school, where we're not allowed to really talk contraception, we're not allowed to give out condoms, we're not allowed to do any kind of family planning on school-based property. So all the Clark County School District, that's one of their drawing the line in the sand. But they are completely aware, and they are on board knowing that we also have this teen clinic less than a mile away from the school that we can actually refer the students to, so that they can get their education, so that they can get their resources and be able to make smart choices.
Exactly. And it's such a complicated task to undertake, because of all the issues we've mentioned so far, but then also just to be able to communicate and have that information sink in with teenagers is also very difficult, because obviously anything that's not cool, the teenagers will have nothing to do with and will guffaw at and not absorb that information. And one cool thing we do have with this program we're implementing is we have a huge social media. Once it actually gets up on its feet and gets going, a big social media program using Facebook and Twitter and text messaging and Snapchat in order to help intrigue the kids and draw them into the interactive digital media that I was talking about. And so hopefully through that, which is the way most kids spend time, well, most people, on social media and their smartphones.
Is there a smartphone app for this program?
Yes, there is.
So there's a smartphone app, there's an Apple iPad app, and then like computers, I would assume?
Yes, and you can get on computers, and there's also DVDs as well.
So tell me this, riddle me this. When you go through it, do you get points? Do you get like accolades? Do you get anything like that when you go through the scenario, the role playing?
Yeah, as you go through it, builds up and shows your results and gives you accolades and whatnot for going through it, and charts your progress as well.
So could we do something like in the clinic to where when the kids take this, they can bring their results to us and like get bubblegum or or ring pops, or I mean, just so that they take it, they can get a reward. It's like was it Pavlov's law?
Yeah.
We get them to play. Why not?
Yeah. Speaking of Pavlov, you know how he kept his hair so lush and luxurious?
Oh my God, tell me.
And smooth and shiny? Through classical conditioning. That joke is free, ladies and gentlemen.
You were funny.
Yeah, there is a way to see, and that's another cool part about the social media and the digital aspect of the program, is that it's very easy to get analytics and to track the usage and the interaction with the adolescents.
So the program is called again. Tell me what the program's called again.
Well, the main program is called Blue Liner.
Okay.
That's and then that's a little thing for the pregnancy sticks.
Oh,
the negative blue.
Got it. Okay.
And then it's also a hockey term, a blue liner.
That's when you go back.
Blocking
Offsides?
the pucks from the goal.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Liner.
A blue liner. So the male
clever.
and the female reference. So
exactly.
We do not want a blue line on the pregnancy stick, and we do want to block it from the goal.
Block the puck from the goal.
Got it.
Yeah.
And
a little clever.
And by the puck, we're referring to sperm?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
We're going to spell this out, people. We should have had a rating on the beginning of the show.
Yeah, we should have.
So this is wonderful. And then what's the app called? Is it called Blue Line?
No, that's the program. And then the actual digital media with the interactive films that promote the cognitive rehearsal, that's called 17 Days.
17 days. And why 17 days? I mean, what does 17, what's the reference to that?
Well, I don't want to have any spoilers in this.
Really?
Radio show,
Does it have to do with a woman's cycle?
It sure does.
Okay. So on the 17th day of the cycle, we become fertile?
I cannot comment. I don't care to air my ignorance at the moment.
Okay, so we have to... I didn't mean to put you on a spot there.
I worked so hard to sound smart, Tina.
You're doing a fabulous job.
Oh,
and
I just know...
And a 40-year-old man talking about a teenager's cycles, you know what? You've gone over the line. You've really... You're pushing yourself, and I like that. You're learning.
I am. It's actually really pushing myself to listen to Katy Perry. It's hard. She's an inspiring person, though, for all you Katy Perry fans out there.
So I'm looking at 17 days on my. I'm literally pulled out my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And I do not see.
Are you getting paid from Apple, Tina?
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not at all. So I'm trying to look it up in the apps store. I'm trying to see where so I can show other people where to go. And is 17 the number, or is 17 like you spell it out?
Spelled out with letters.
Spelled out with letters. Okay, that's important to know because the numbers put me to a diet. And
yes.
and all this girl does not need a diet. Well, I do, but so 17 days. Let's see. I still don't see it. We have to figure out how to get this app.
Yes, I think there might be. Let me hold on 1 second.
I am looking at and I'm going to call up Blue Line and see. Blue Line.
Oh, hello?
Hi.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it should be in there. I can't. I have it on my phone. I just typed it in and got it.
And it came right up?
I think so. I put it on my phone a while ago. I don't remember everything that happened there.
So 17, right? SEVEN.
Yeah. Well, they can also go to the NVPCA.org and go to our teen pregnancy prevention page, and there's all sorts of information and links to 17 days.
So say that website again. Say that.
NVPCA.org.
NVPCA, which is Nevada Primary Care Association.org.
That is correct.
Okay.
And all your information and links can be found on that webpage because I made that webpage. So I can say that with the utmost certainty.
Well, aren't you talented?
Unlike female cycles.
Well, I just want to say you making this webpage is very talented and makes me...
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay, so I'm on the webpage right now. See, I'm going to it. I'm walking I'm walking our listeners through this because nothing is more frustrating than when you try to go find something and you can't find it. So teen pregnancy prevention.
Yeah, under the programs.
I see it. And then it says resources, Office of Adolescent, Birth Control Bedsider, Teen Focus.
Bedsider.org is also another amazing website that's devoted to teen pregnancy prevention. I cannot laud them enough. They have a great website, bedsider.org, and they do an excellent job of targeting all of different birth control methods and information about sex and STIs, and they do it in a clever, funny way that is just utterly engaging and of the utmost coolness. I cannot express how great it is. And they have a great Twitter feed as well.
I have to tell you, we use them. We use Bedsider at First Person Complete Care, and we get rave reviews over it. People are able to sit in the exam room and go through the pros and cons of different contraceptions. Maybe they might be a little uncomfortable talking to their provider about it or their friends. They can actually go and look themselves, and then it narrows it down. And it goes by like activity. So you can say, I'm 18 years old, I'm active, I like to do sports, I'm low maintenance, it gives you like all your personality types, and then it kind of narrows down what would be like good choices for you, and then it educates you on those choices.
Yes, they just have great little interactive programs and whatnot. I just love that website so much.
So I'm going to be a real pain in the butt here. I'm still...
Yeah, you are, Tina.
Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to find it. I'm at the PCA site. Which resource is it?
Hold on. We might not have direct links to the, now that I think about it, to the 17 Days app on the website, because we're still...
but we're going to get it there, right?
Up.
We're going to get it there? Yeah.
Yeah, we just did a major milestone yesterday, turning in our final report before we can start actually implementing the program. And a lot of it was going to all the community health centers and talking to them about the program and finding people and resources for it and whatnot. And so we're getting closer and closer. So we don't quite have a link to 17 Days on there yet. Mostly just basic information about the program and what we're trying to do. But shortly, probably by the summer, the webpage you're looking at now will blossom like a desert flower and have even more information on it.
So I'm looking at the 17. Well, I went and Googled teen pregnancy 17, and I'm trying to find it for our listeners. So they can go there too, because I think this is important to be able to get online and see what's available out there. And
absolutely.
So Google it, guys. Google it and look for the app. So we're sending you on a quest. And if you have any questions, you can always contact Jim at the Primary Care Association. The number up there is, Jim, 775?
887-0417.
That number again?
775-887-0417.
And you can call up there Monday through Friday, business hours, 9 to 5, and they will answer your questions if you're seriously interested. And in the meantime, keep going back to nvpca.org and see the updates and educate yourself. There is a very extensive teen pregnancy page there with lots of information, so I wouldn't strongly encourage you to at least educate yourself and look into what's going on out there.
Yes, and I also wanted to throw in a little good news.
Ooh.
Is that from 1988 to 2010, Nevada's teen pregnancy rate had a 52% decline, which nationally for that same period of time, there was a 48% decline in teen pregnancies. So that is some nice work that we have done. We still have a lot of more work to do. But just from that reduction in teen childbearing, between 1991 and 2010, the taxpayers of Nevada saved an estimated $84 million in 2010 just because of that 48% reduction in teen childbearing rates. So it's important for kids and for families and for the kids of the kids, but it's also there's also a big financial motivator as well in saving that money, and hopefully that money can go into education and our schools or parks or what have you. So there is a silver lining to the cloud.
There is. There's a real one. And if you end up becoming pregnant, please come and talk to your providers. Come down to Huntridge. Come talk to your parents, because there are resources in the community to help you. Have that child be educated, find a support network. So there is. We're not being blind to the fact that teens still get pregnant. We're just trying to make it a choice.
Yes, and also there's just resources just so you can raise the kid properly, and in turn putting a good person into the world also in turn makes the world a better place. So basically we can all be like Tina Drago.
Yes, and Jim Godwin.
Making the world a better place. Exactly.
Thank you so much today. This is Jim Godwin and Tina Drago with Healthy Nevada talking today about teen pregnancy. Please contact nvpca.org if you have any further questions. And thank you very much.
Keep it healthy, Nevada.
Take care. Bye-bye.